Hi, the cast of The Strain, the crew of The Strain. Hi.
Woo!
Hello.
Hi. How are you guys? You're at Comic-Con. How does it feel?
Good.
Still
amazing.
alive. Still alive.
It felt a million times better when we saw the face of the Hilton and saw us representing so hard. You start to feel like, wow, I feel special. And I really do feel special coming here because we get to.
You are special, bro.
Thank you.
You are
Thank you. You're special too.
You are so
Thank you. And you're special. You're all very special and you're special.
Oh, thank you. I
But-
appreciate it.
You're
But-
special too.
You are
But-
special.
All of you.
So special.
It just feels so good to meet the fans, and just kind of say thank you. Because if it wasn't for the fans, I mean, we wouldn't.
It's actually
Get
when
to
you
make
get the idea
this show.
how important it is to celebrate the work you've done, to celebrate the existence of the fans, to celebrate, it's important.
Well, it's
And
interesting to
that's-
celebrate such a show that does go a little bit dark sometimes. It's like, yay, The Strain. Oh, you're all monsters. Well, some of you are monsters.
Are you calling a monster?
Do you guys get a lot of pushback from fans from some of the things your character has done, possibly?
Oh yeah, of course I get feedback, but the panel, for example, or not the panel, the autograph signing. Some wouldn't even dare to look at me, but mostly they're cheering up and oh, you're really creepy, I love it, and so it's actually one of the first times I get cheered up because I have such a dark character,
Well, it's such a special show. I mean, you have Guillermo del Toro and Mr. Hogan, and then you have vampires. What do you think it is about it that makes it kind of this gigantic swarming piece, like for fans to be attracted to? So many different kinds of fans. Like, what is it about it that makes everyone love it so much?
I think the show is a metaphor for life. A lot of the monsters are the monsters and insecurities and doubts that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, but it's manifested right there before you. What are you going to do when you're faced with your biggest fear? Are you going to face it? Are you going to run? Your character is going to be revealed in those moments. And then it has that deep political message, that if you really look and see what the colors mean and just the way things are set up, there's a meaning for everything,
Well, bouncing off of that, I'd like to ask you guys all, I mean, monsters are such representations for things in society. Zombies, they say, are a representation for capitalism. What do you feel like the Strain vampires are a representation for in our society? Light question. Sorry, if anyone's
no,
ever said it.
it's just a continuity. What he said, it's a very intelligent mix of contemporary fears, which are focused on a horizontal historical and epic history, which is the history of vampire. It's an invented thing of human mankind to focus or to give body to very unexplainable fears. Yet they are transported into a contemporary life where it's based on a virus. What other fear than the fear of an incurable virus or a disease thrives us? And all the fears that we are actually facing are integrated in the Strain. A nuclear meltdown, an economic crisis, the end of the food resources, the end of human mankind. Anyhow,
Like what? Go ahead. Rudy.
I kind of saw that the vampires are the worst in us, that they're always craving more, they need more, and that's the consumerist part of our society where you need more to be happy, you need more to be fulfilled. And so the fact that they were once human and they turn into these monsters and then they just keep needing and needing and needing more from each other and they're never going to be fulfilled, that was the political message for me.
I'm curious.
Humanity, why does it take a threat like a virus for us to come together and realize that we are all the same? We are human beings. The people that we throw away or cast off, the have-nots, the people that are struggling, why do we look at them like they're the enemies or they're criminals? And it's funny that in the show, the most unlikely people are the ones that stand front line to fight this thing. And, what once was a negativity becomes positive, if you just give them a chance.
The series has never really been afraid to grapple big topics that a lot of people probably would shy away from. In the first season, you guys go back to a concentration camp and a flashback. In the second season, there's the animal processing plant, so to speak. Where are we going to go from here? What sort of big thing are we not afraid to tackle? Are we going to go for?
I mean, we're definitely not afraid of anything, that's for sure, and we've proven that. I mean, that's the fun thing about doing a show with monsters is bringing out, the humanity, the good side, but also the dark side of it, and I think that's where we went there. But where are we going? I mean, a lot of season 3 is about the fall of a city, and what would happen if New York was really under siege. And as Miguel was saying, a major threat that brings people together who wouldn't come together otherwise, and the ramifications of that and the character interplay. I think that's what interested us most in conceptualizing season 3.
What about the good guys? What's keeping you guys going besides obviously the fall of mankind? But at some point you have to. Besides that, you would just think at some point you just quit. It's just everything gets in your way. It's never easy. It's never like, oh, we'll just go to here and fix that. I mean, even going into an office space gets you practically killed. Like, what keeps your characters moving forward?
The very nature of survival. When you're faced with that, it's fight or die. You just have to survive. So whatever's thrown at you, you're going to go. And maybe that's why this group comes together, because they still fight. A lot of people would give up. But I think a human instinct is to just progress and go forward. We're just going right down to the carnal nature of humanity, of just survive and be. And whatever's thrown at you, that's what you're going to do.
Anyone else?
Right on. That was hit me in the heart.
I'm so impressed with all the answers. I just want to sit back and I want to learn about my show. Can we go have dinner?
I think it's in our nature. When you're pushed to a certain limit, it's like that saying, necessity is the father of invention. Like, you get to see your character, what you're made of. Whenever you're faced with a situation that you could actually walk outside and die. And it's like she said, fight or die.
But in a certain way, I would take, in the name of all the bad guys, would say that what the bad guys do is actually very human too.
Mm-hmm.
It's in terms of when you find a very complicated situation, you hang on to a very strong ideology who thinks the best thing is to eradicate the whole thing and to put a new system on it. It's like the Khmer Rouge, like the Nazis did, or any kind of genocide. You think the good thing is to wipe the whole thing clean, meaning to wipe a whole nation out, and then construct a new, very framed thing on it. And it's not how life works. It's unframeable. It's very savage. It goes in all directions, like nature,
Mm-hmm.
And so in this perspective, what the vampires try to impose on humans is actually very human too. It's the perverted way of trying to save something.
And I think for the good guys, the thing for them, the thing that keeps them all going is love. Everybody's fighting for something, and that love is stronger than fear. There's that saying that fear is stronger than love, but there comes a point where it's like, I'm not scared anymore. I'm gonna die for what I believe in and die for what I love.
I'm gonna go lead an army.
Yeah, lead an army. I think Fett and Dutch. I think everybody feels like they're fighting for something.
Well, I had the pleasure to visit the set on the first season, and I really couldn't believe how intricate and complicated and the sets were. Nothing really felt fake. Everything felt like they really built it. Are you guys filming season 3 right now? Or it's not. I'm sorry. I'm just okay. Was there a moment in this last season where you guys felt like, wow, I really feel like I'm in this space, or were you
All the time.
really impressed with anything?
They are so detailed. We have an incredible art department, and we have an incredible special effects department, but a lot of the work is done on set.
Right.
And I walk into a scene with dead vampire bodies, and in between takes I'll just like have a little play, and you're peeling back layers, and it's just like, oh my god, there's like 20 layers, and it's so detailed, and it's disgusting, and it's amazing, and everyone is so dedicated to their work and excited to show you what they've done and what they've achieved, and we're all just so in awe of each other's work. It is incredible. You open a cupboard door and there are things in it. If I have a bag, there are things in it. It's not just stuffing or anything.
Wait, what do they put in your bag? You're like, oh.
oh, this is what Dutch has. You know, she's got notebooks, she's got circuitry, she's
Oh,
got
yeah.
like pliers and stuff, and they really think about it. And I'm so impressed that I don't have to ask for those things because they already know that that's what Dutch would have in her bag. And if in the scene I want to pull out something, I've got that opportunity to do that, and that's so freeing as an actor.
Wonderful.
How does it feel for you, Chuck? You know, years ago, you and Guillermo sat down and wrote these wonderful books, and just the tangible element of seeing the actors step up those characters you've seen in your brain, that you created in your brain, and seeing these sets and walking up to these walls of these tunnels that are fake tunnels, and being able to step within 2 inches from that wall, and you are totally convinced that you're in some kind of New York.
No, it's
tunnel.
it's cool to be able to walk through the pages of your book and feel it. But yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, it must be. It can only help you guys be better because the crew is fantastic and all the detail. We do some location work, but the sets, them too, are so intricate and dressed so well. It's been such a treat for me to step onto the set of something, you know, that maybe we had in the book, and then we thought about it in the writer's room, and all of a sudden you're in it, and it's so real that it just makes everyone else's job that much easier to be able to create and play in that space.
But when you're writing the characters, you know, you obviously have to imagine a world wherever headspace you're in. Can you even imagine them now without the actors that play them?
No, I mean, no, the actors have absolutely inhabited them, and it's super exciting to see. It was very energizing at first, and now we just sort of expect it. And I was telling someone earlier, you know, instead of trying to play to everyone's strengths, now we want to challenge them. We want to take them places that the character and maybe the actor wouldn't necessarily go, and just stretch it out and see what happens. So in terms of box of tools, we've got these incredible tools to work with, and it's
You just call us
it's real
tools.
good.
And
These
I
four
fill your bag
tools
with
are
them.
fantastic. No, it's you know,
Tools
I
for his
mean,
use.
I mean, I can't imagine having to like write around someone or say, you know, I don't think that they could do that or something. We're always looking to push them more. Like, I want to see that. I would love to see Miguel do this. I would love to see Ruda go there. That's, you know, it's exciting for us. It's a little cruel too sometimes. I mean, I'm not, you know, we're not.
Really
It's not all
cool.
positive, but
Especially when you're filming in Toronto and you're like more outside scenes.
no, because we're you know, I'm also on set producing, so I try to get us inside as much as possible.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
And thank you
Welcome.
for coming season 1, and thank you for being with us on this whole journey. You've been there since the beginning.
That's true.
We love you.
You've been there too.
We love you.
We love you so much. No,
right,
thank you,
thanks.
really.